We are heading towards Tisha B'Av, the saddest day of the Jewish calendar. Indeed, thinking about all that we as a people have experienced throughout our difficult history should make every Jew sad. However, we must always make sure that while we are supposed to be sad, we are not supposed to get depressed. There is a world of a difference between sadness and depression. Sadness is the aching feeling that comes from experiencing a loss, but depression is a feeling of hopelessness and despair, and a Jew is never ever allowed to lose hope. The story is told about a chassid who, during one of those very difficult times in Jewish history, pogroms, expulsions, suffering, oppression, he came to his Rabbi crying, Rabbi, was wird sein the Seif? Rabbi, what's going to happen at the end? What will be the Sof? What will be the end? And the Rebbe responded, the end, the Sof, we know exactly what the end is going to be. The only question is how long it will take for us to get there. The Jew never loses hope because ours is a story whose happy ending has already been written. And we are reminded of this many times over Tisha B'Av. And in order to make sure that while we are supposed to be very, very sad, that profound sadness doesn't spiral us into a tailspin of depression and despair. Tisha B'Av is a fast like no other. In some ways, it is already treated like the Yom Tov we believe is going to one day become. No Tachnun, no Slichos, no Avinu Malkeinu. The kinos that we recite in Tisha B'Av all end off on a positive note or some kind of plea for the future. When we read Eicha itself, we end by repeating the words that come from the second to the last pasuk. Chadesh Shemeinu Kikedem, renew our days as before. And so we will sit on the floor and mourn on Tisha B'Av as we have done for some 2,000 years. But in our mourning, there is hope that next year we will celebrate on this day, as we are confident that the mourning of the events of the past and reflecting on the sins and behaviors that led to those events and take upon ourselves to correct those behaviors will move us towards the beautiful future that we know awaits us with the coming of Mashiach Meher V'Yameinu.